Can Mr. Roydon, NG, please come to the lectern? Roydon will be addressing Council on items C03-2021-689.
Good evening. I speak about Pippita. Pippita, as you know, is a former railway station between Lidcombe and Olympic Park off Parramatta Road on what was then the Abattoir line, now T7 Olympic Park line. Rebuilding Pippita station for a CityExpress service as proposed by Ecotransit and adding a new park and ride facility would greatly benefit Western Sydney. Commuters from Lidcombe would have a new express train to the city in just 19 or 20 minutes. Commuters from the Wentworthville, Greystanes wards and beyond that usually drive to Granville could come down to the M4 park and ride facility and board at Pippita station for a fast train that only stops at Olympic Park, Strathfield, then Central. Preliminary consultation conducted by the Sydney Alliance shows that there already is enough rail capacity to run this new service, as well as sufficient demand from commuters to justify it. As the Pippita City Express would use existing tracks from Lidcombe to Olympic Park and then the special event track to Strathfield and towards Central, the overall cost of the project would be relatively inexpensive as much of the infrastructure is already available. What I'm asking Council tonight is to work with the state government, surrounding councils and the Sydney Olympic Park Authority for a feasibility study into rebuilding Pippita Station with a new park and ride off M4 and Parramatta Road. There's a number of new housing and commercial developments in the area, part of the Parramatta Road Urban Renewal Corridor, including the nearby Carter Street Priority Precinct. Incorporating Pippita City Express to the park and ride means these developments will become transit-oriented. The Pippita City Express with park and ride provides significant benefits in ensuring that development does not lead to increased congestion, as transport will be readily available for residents. Council is urged to look holistically at Pippita with the rebuilding of the railway station for the City Express service with park and ride, as well as the active transport rail trail proposal to its west side. Thank you.
Perfectly timed. Thank you. Any questions, councillors? No questions? Thank you, Mr. Angie. Okay, item CO3-21-689 is first.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to just ask, I want to move an amendment to this, but I want to ask a small question of the staff, and that'll lead to either changing the motion or not.
Of course, councillor.
With respect to the feasibility, did the staff take into consideration the fact that there is a planning matter before New South Wales Transport or RMS with respect of opening up a new rail line through there with the station?
Director Cavallo, do you want to take the hot seat?
Through the Mayor, just to clarify, Councillor, is that in terms of the Speaker's proposal or is that in terms of a government-endorsed proposal?
The government-endorsed proposal.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that one, and I know we haven't consulted with state government yet. We did our initial work to then be positioned going forward on that. Okay,
well, the Speaker himself did actually send an email out to councillors that reconfirmed what I've been discussing with some people in government with respect of the proposal at this stage for a new express train, and the Speaker reaffirmed that today. So, having said that, there may be some issues in pursuing something that may never eventuate, or something that may eventuate alongside an express train that runs through that particular area. So what I'd like to change it slightly, just to make more clarification, is that where it says consult with state government agencies to confirm their interest and in principle support to progress the Pippita Rail Trail, I'd put a number, drop 3 to 4 and put a 3 in there, and put also consult with the relevant state government agencies regarding the proposed new express train service through the Pippita Trail, if it does go ahead, if it doesn't go. I mean, don't put that part about not going ahead, but just have that in there. So that just in case there's an issue with trying to pursue something which we'd like to do for the community, but at the same time we're hindered by the fact that there's a train service going through there.
You got it first.
That's the only issue, because if there is an issue with that, we're putting a resolution through that may not eventuate. We're just going to cover our bases on both sides. So whichever comes first, if they're not doing the train, we go ahead. If they're doing the train, then it's pointless doing this. And there's not much to speak about, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Huang is the seconder. Would you like to speak on it?
That's fine, thanks.
All right. Any other speakers on this, councillors? I've got Councillor Elmore, followed by Councillor Lake.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've read the report. It looks like a fantastic project, and it'll really give people from Lidcombe the opportunity to ride or cycle or walk from Lidcombe Station directly to Olympic Park. The only problem is it's going to be very expensive, and there's going to be lots of different government departments you'll need to navigate through. So, as I said, it's an excellent project. It's very expensive, and we still should not forget that there's been proposals for cycling around Auburn and Granville too, the crossings of Duck River, and there's also a proposal from Canterbury Bankstown Council to join up the blue-green corridors, and we should also pursue that. But I'll speak for the report, and I hope that we make some progress, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Elmore. Councillor Lake.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Just through you to the Acting General Manager, just a request. The report makes reference to a cycleway project called the Wentworthville to Westmead Health and Education Precinct Link. Might we have a briefing on that proposal at some stage in the near future? Thank you.
Any other discussions around this, councillors? If there's no other discussions, I will put this motion. Right, councillors, all those in favour, say aye. Aye. Anyone against? Carried unanimously.